it is, the Jurassic Park TCG. So let's see what that is about. They have been releasing some cards. So I thought what would be really cool is that I would just go around the cards and, you know, tell you guys what I think about these cards. To be fair, this card game itself wasn't that popular in South Korea when it dropped. Mainly because, as I said, the illustrations weren't really up to standard quality. A lot of the illustrations were a bit low quality than a lot of people expected TCG to be, so not a lot of people bought it. But, well, they seem to have locked in because the new illustrations for these cards are freaking dope. So, yeah, look at this art. I'm pretty sure this is made by the same guy who drew the art for the Captives dinosaur cards. So we got our first new card booster, which is, or image reveal, which is the Spinosaurus Flame. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, let me talk about this for a moment. Why is this called Spinosaurus Flame? Or looking at the illustration, I guess the full art, I'm assuming they're trying to, like, replicate that scene where the Spinosaurus was on fire from Jurassic Park 3. But the regular illustration makes it seem like it's literally just a Spinosaurus spitting out fire. What is this, Terry from Dinosaur King? Like, I don't get why this is, like, so cheesy for me, but, yeah, so let's check out the actual stats on these cards. So, Spinosaurus Flame. This dinosaur can attack, dinosaurs that have the type aquatic, or the dinosaurs that are standing. So, they can, usually, as we saw, as we talked about in the previous video, in this card game, dinosaurs can only attack dinosaurs that are untapped, for some reason. I know, the dinosaurs can only attack other dinosaurs if they are tapped. Spinosaurus is very interesting because the original version that we talked about didn't actually, actually had the aquatic type. But this Spinosaurus itself isn't aquatic, but its effect states that it can actually attack dinosaurs that are aquatic. So, I don't know what difference that is. Like, what's the difference? I don't quite know. Like, I mean, it does everything that an aquatic dino does, but since aquatic dinosaurs can also attack dinosaurs that don't have the aquatic trait, why are you stating that this guy can attack dinosaurs that are aquatic? Just give it the aquatic trait. Like, what's the difference? I don't quite understand. But this guy can also attack the turn it's summoned. So, aquatic isn't really that big of an issue right now. The only dinosaur, as I said in the previous season that we saw, the only dinosaur that was actually aquatic in the first place was the original OG purple Spinosaurus. So it does seem like they did buff Spinosaurus quite a bit, because remember, I called Spinosaurus really weak in the previous series. I think the Spinosaurus had like 3 attack and 4 melee, so it would be just as powerful as like a Microceratops, which is like freaking absurd. So glad that they got that feedback, since it seems like they did buff Spinosaurus' health by a lot. And the fact that combined that with the power that it can attack dinosaurs that are untapped, and the fact that it can attack on summon, is quite interesting. But the fact that this guy costs 7 mana? Here's the thing, I've played this card game before, and one thing that I've realized is that, like, 7 mana isn't really something that really happens. The game usually ends by the time. Like, if you're gonna summon a dinosaur with 7 mana, like, that's probably the turn where the game ends. Like, at most. So, I'm not quite sure how good this guy is. And on one hand, being able to attack standing dinosaurs and being able to attack dinosaurs on summon is really good. But it only has 4 attack, which isn't bad per se, but this is more like a dinosaur that you, like, would be nice to bring out, like, earlier on in the game, instead of, like, as a very last, like, final bringer guy. So, not so sure. I mean, the 6 health seems beefy enough, but considering that, as I said, mana 7 is a really high cost dino, so by the time this guy hits, this guy could probably have, like, 1 health and probably wouldn't matter, because the game would probably end before, this guy, like, before the opponent even chooses to attack him. So this is, the new Tyrannosaurus. Apparently, this is something, from what I've heard, it's based off the T-Rex in that one, what was it? It was based from, like, some kind of video game. It was from, like, Trespasser, apparently. So, yeah, we got a T-Rex, which typing is, for some reason, it's theropod, and Maya pyramid? Like, what? Are we gonna have multiple more dinosaurs eventually that have the Mayan pyramid kind of thing? What do you mean Mayan pyramid? Is that like an actual thing? Like, I don't know about the Jurassic Park lore, but I'm pretty sure the only, like, pyramids and, like, ancient artifact stuff, buildings and stuff that we ever saw in the franchise was, like, the Quetzalcoatlus in the new movie, but apparently not. So this one is, like, the Alpha T-Rex from Trespasser. The background looks cool, don't get me wrong, but, again, trace image. No idea why they're doing this. Again, just draw your own image. Like, seriously. So, interesting. 8 mana dinosaur with an attack power of 8. That is the highest attack value that we've ever gotten in this card game so far, because the second highest and currently the highest dinosaur is a Red T-Rex with 7 attack. So, 8 attack is certainly not something to be messed with, but at the same time, it's 8 mana. The games won't last that long. So let's see. When on appearance, destroy 1 dinosaur of the opponent that has a cost of 4 or less. 8 mana, and on it, when on summon, it knocks out a guy with a mana value of 4 or less? 4 or less? Dude, this thing's 8 mana. This guy should be like a game changer. What do you mean? It knocks over a dinosaur less than cost 4? Like, I get it. Like, maybe they're gonna, like, so as you guys know, right? Red is quick aggro, green is blockers, blue is card draw, and purple. The weird thing with purple is that they seem to be based on removal, but it's not like regular removal like in Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the moment your dinosaur gets summoned, like, it can get to pop something up on the opponent. That's not how this guy's work. The purple dinosaurs work in this game. The way purple dinosaurs destroy other dinosaurs is by lowering their mana value with other cards, then summoning a guy, or doing things that destroy, like, a lot of purple dinosaurs have traits called destroy dinosaur with mana value something something or less, right? But usually the traits were never enough, even back when I was playing the purple deck. And that's why I said Spinosaurus sucked in the current version of the game, because Spinosaurus, despite the fact that it's being purple, it has the ability to knock down a dinosaur with mana value 3 or less, but most good dinosaurs that you actively want to get off the board have a higher mana value than 3, so the only way to use Spinosaurus effectively would be to combine it with other cards to lower the other dinosaur's mana value, and then summon it and use its ability to pop it, but then it's a 2-for-1 trade. And this is just that turned up to the extreme. So, unless, as I said, we haven't seen the cards yet, so we can't quite make the difference. Like, maybe there's some insane card that we haven't gotten revealed yet. But it just seems worse than even the default Spinosaurus, because the default Spinosaurus had an ability to knock down a dinosaur with mana value 3 or less. This one is destroy dinosaur with mana value 4 or less, but it costs 8 mana. The original Spinosaurus, despite it only having 3 attack and 4 health, only costs 4 mana, and usually you'd be focusing on this guy for removal anyways. The attack isn't even that big of a deal. Because, again, by the time you summon this guy, the game is usually even over. So, like, I guess, like, what does it do? Like, I don't quite understand how this guy's any good, but, yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe, who knows, maybe this guy becomes, like, totally meta, and I have no idea why. So, we have this. The Plesiosaurus. So, it's, Plesiosaur / ocean. Okay, so, aquatic. Like, this guy can only be attacked with dinosaurs that have the aquatic trait. So far in the game, as of all the cards that are revealed, it's this guy, it's the Flame Spinosaurus, and the Purple Spinosaurus. On summon, you can discard a card, nerf the opponent's, or target one of the opponent dinosaur, and lower its defense by 2. So, which is great, because this guy can work as decent removal. Not really removal, but unlike the purple T-Rex that kills a dino by just lowering its mana value, what this guy does, it's that it will lower, probably, the health on an opponent's blocker to disincentivize them to block with them, or you know, sacrifice them instead. So, as I said, right now the game is really blocker focused, so having this Plesiosaur card that probably will prevent blockers from being able to block is good. And another thing that I really like to see is the card design. It has 7 attack, but only 3 defense. One of my biggest complaints with this current state of the TCG is that dinosaurs have way too much health, and the health always regenerates per battle. So even if you have like a high health dinosaur, you can't crash it with 2 different dinosaurs and kill it. The dinosaur will regenerate health every time I battle. So if I would fight a dino with like 5 health, with a dino with 2 health, with 2 attack, it wouldn't deal 2 damage to have the other dinosaur remaining at 3 health. So the other dino with 4 attack can finish him off. That doesn't work like that in this game. If you attack a dinosaur with 5 health, no, with an attacker that has 2 attack, it will try to deal 2 damage, then the dinosaur will immediately heal, and then I will attack again with the damage, with the dinosaur with 4 attack, which again, it would survive. So, having a lot of healthy, beefy dinosaurs really just pulls the game, makes the game stay really boring. So, the fact that it has a lot of low health is good to see. On one hand, maybe that's just the game's way of saying, oh, it's fine because this guy can only be attacked of dinosaurs having aquatic. So, I guess this is a great card to put pressure on the board because this guy has 7 attack. And there isn't really a lot of way for a lot of people to remove, there aren't a lot of, like, non-combat focused base removal currently in the game. And, well, it has a lot of mana, but at the same time, blue currently kind of struggled with having, like, some kind of endgame boss. Not that having an endgame boss is good necessarily, but, since, as I said, 7 mana rarely ever comes up, yes, it's good that this guy is a great dinosaur. It can contest blockers, and it puts a lot of pressure on the board. So I think this guy might be a game changer. Not gonna lie. Okay, so Insect Mace, the beetle, the Ankylosaurus. So okay, this is a rare, and 5 mana, 3 green to any colors. Okay, love the illustration by the way. Is this from the Captives? I'm not so sure, but this is a hell of an illustration. Looks dope as hell. Not so sure what this guy's actually fighting. I thought it was a T-Rex, but it has 3 claws. Maybe it's some kind of Allosaurus? It's definitely not a raptor. It's way too big to be one. Maybe it's supposed to be some kind of... Yeah, I think that's like an... Oh, it's probably like a Ceratosaurus, right? Because the head is a bit red. Wait, does the Jurassic Park Ceratosaurus only have 3 claws? Don't they have like 4? Anyways. On attack, you can discard a card, rest an opponent's dinosaur with mana value 6 or less. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is really good. This guy got revealed, like, right now, so it was a very recently revealed. But, damn, this guy's, like, actually really fucking good. Only 5 mana, 4 attack, and when it attacks, it can discard a card. Currently in the game, discarding cards, like, you will always have leftover cards, because, the game has, like, a very strict mana-based system, and because there's no ramp in this game currently, most of the time, you'll always have cards left over. So, discarding a card has never been that big of a cost. Basically, rest an opponent's card. So, you can tap an opponent's dinosaur with mana value 6 or less. And remember how I said that most dinosaurs can only attack dinosaurs that are tapped. So, you can force an opponent's dinosaur to tap, and then you can kill it. So, now this is what I'm talking about. This is good removal. Unlike, compare that with the shitty T-Rex that we saw. This is good removal. And because, like, yeah, sure, you might not be able to kill it with 4 attack, but you can use other dinosaurs such as Brachiosaurus, which has, like, 6 attack, to kill, run it over. And the fact that it can, discard the card and tap a guy, which means it can also get rid of blockers of the opponent. So, I guess it's also green, so not only does green get, I don't know about blockers, but now it gets another card that can actually decently fight up against blockers as well. So, like, it's also an anti-blocker card. So, yeah, that's really cool. I think this guy's genuinely really cool. I think this guy, I would probably run this guy. I'm running right now like a multicolored base deck. I am considering switching to blue-green because I lost a tournament game to that. But it was a tournament game of just 4 players, so who knows if my deck is dog shit or not, but... anyways, yeah, Beetle Mace. I don't know why it's called Mace. I guess it's because it's using his tail club. Alpha Brachiosaurus, or the leader Brachiosaurus. 6 mana, 4 red to any color. On summon, buff one of your dinosaurs by 1 attack? What? That's it? The fucking Compy does that. So the Compy's ability is, it's a 1 mana, and on summon, you can tap this guy and one of your lands, and buff one of your other red dinosaurs by 1. Well, you might be saying, Lopho, this guy's actually good because it buffs other dinosaurs that aren't red. So remember, you can only run up to 10 mana cards. You can only run up to 10 lands in a deck. The fact that you've already using 4 of them into red probably means you're going into red. So, most likely, the dinosaurs you will be bringing out are mostly going to be red dinosaurs. So, the fact that it can buff any other color, I'm assuming it probably won't matter that much. Like, and considering red is like the more aggro type of deck, you would probably be buffing a dinosaur that has red. I guess what the game wants you to do is that, I guess it's like a beater that does something, I'm assuming. Do you really want to summon the Brachiosaurus with 6 mana? That's like late game. For a measly +1 attack? If you have the Brachiosaurus, like, you might as well go the extra mile and just summon the Rex. Like, it costs 1 extra colorless. And, like, I'd say the T-Rex actually does something because, on summon, it, knocks out a dinosaur of the opponent that has an attack value of 3 or less. So, it can definitely contest, blockers, but, again, the T-Rex has been in the game since the start. I've never actually seen someone summon it. Because having 7 mana rarely ever comes up. So this is gonna be apparently some alt art version, but there's some cards that we haven't seen yet. So we got the Alpha Tyrannosaurus again. They're really pushing this card. I am not quite sure why this guy is good. Dare I say, for 8 mana, you should have been able to knock down any dinosaur, regardless of its cost on summon. I don't know what's up with that. It doesn't have attack on summon. It's an 8 mana card, like, to like stall out games and then summon a big bungus. That's not really something that purple does, but yeah, they're really pushing this guy. So I don't know. Maybe this guy's good. I'm really have no idea. But yes. So we got a lot of we got 4 new cards. 4 new cards. So let's check them out. So we got the Giganotosaurus, the female Triceratops, the Downpour Dilophosaurus, and a new card called Imprint. And that's the basic mana card. So, right, let's take a look at the Giganotosaurus. I don't know, the Giga is I think it kind of looks like the Dominion one, but they got rid of the sail for some reason, so... Yeah, no idea why they did that, but, sure. So... Theropod Savannah Forest Giganotosaurus, 5 mana, but only 2 purple and 3 colorless. So it seems like they are trying to incentivize more different styles of deck building instead of 1 color all the way, which is cool. All right. So 5 attack, 3 defense. During the end of your turn, you can knock out one of your own dinosaurs to stand this dinosaur. Okay, so apparently, okay, this is completely new. This is completely unheard of. So this guy seems to be going for a different strategy than other purple dinosaurs, because this guy is a 5 mana, but it has a 5 attack, but only 3 health. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be a really early game, really powerful beatdown card. But because it's pretty low on health, what they want you to do is you'd want them, you want your own dinosaur to be standing, because in this game, only standing, dinosaurs can only attack dinosaurs that are tapped out, aka resting. So, I guess the ideal thing that you want to do with it is attack with it, tap it to attack, and then during the end of your turn, you would sack a different dinosaur that you summoned, and re-stand this guy so that the opponent can't attack your Giganotosaurus. Sure. Having 5 attack on a 5 mana is pretty decent, but not so sure about its abilities. Like, this could be good, this could be bad. But yes. So, female Triceratops. 4 mana, 2 green, 2 colorless. On summon, you can discard a card, rest in your opponent's card with 2 attack or 2 health, and destroyed. Okay, cool. So it's removal on a green card again. And it also gets rid of a lot of the annoying cards, even for green, like a Pachycephalosaurus and Euplocephalus that we're about to get. And we'll talk about it, but the Dilo is definitely also one of those threat cards. So yeah, I mean, removal is always decent. It's the problem that it has to be 2 attack or 2 defense. The basic trike is a 4 mana, but it's 3 green and 1 colorless. But once per turn, after it attacks, you can, after it attacks a dinosaur, you can, untap it. And then, so that it can attack again. And it's got 4 or 5 defense too. So, it's more green-based. If you think about it, isn't this, like, technically the same thing? Right? Like, discard a card, knock out one of your opponent's dinosaurs with 2 attack or 2 health, knock down the blocker on their opponent's side, versus just killing it outright with the Triceratops. I guess in this case the female one is slightly better, but like it's only really good in very certain matchups, like the Pachycephalosaurus, which is like a blocker with only 2 attack, or try to kill the opponent's like Dilophosaurs, like the Dilophosaurus, which also is very good, but it only has a 1 attack, so you can remove that. But yes, here we go, next card. Dilophosaurus Downpour. So very interesting. It's 3 mana, 1 red but 2 colorless. And after this dinosaur fights with a dinosaur with 2 attack or less, destroy the dinosaur after the battle. Sounds good. Sounds good. I feel like what they try to do is they try to make like an upgrade version of the Dilophosaurus that we already have. So this guy's ability is basically, after it fights another dinosaur, you can sack your own dinosaur to also kill the opponents. So this guy's more of a kamikaze, where in this case, they try to make it more expensive, but at the cost of being able to only knock down opponent dinosaurs with attack 2 or less. So, again, it has a similar issue with the Triceratops, where you kind of want to combo it with a card that lowers the opponent's attack. And so far, we don't have a way to easily lower the opponent's attack on our turn. So, not so sure how good this guy is, but I do appreciate what they were trying to do here. And of course, the illustration is dope as hell. So we have a continuous card. Right, so red never had a continuous card, so let's check that out. So, 1 mana, 1 red, 1 color. That's really cheap. You can sack this card, buff 2 of your own dinosaurs, up to 2 of your own dinosaurs. This turn, attack +1. For only 2 mana? That's really good. So far, the only continuous spells that we got, continuous spells in quotations, I guess, is the green one, and we got the purple one. So, yeah, sure, the red one seems very good. It's cheap too, so it's not that big of an investment. for a high like aggro playstyle, which is I'm assuming is what Red wants to do. We also have like a colorless card, which I feel like from the really rare black cards, this one's probably gonna be the common one out of their bunch. But yeah, I guess it looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.